All right, Chad, our audio was messed up the first time around, so this is take two. First deck of the night is going to be Knightfall combo. So if you're familiar with the old Retreat to Coral Helm and Knight of the Reliquary combo from like way back when in Modern, this is an updated version. Instead of Coral Helm, we now have Elven Raphsteerer. This is a 3/2 elf for 3, has landfall. We get to choose one. We either tap target creature an opponent controls, or we untap a creature we control. And then, of course, Knight of the Reliquary. A 3-mana 2/2 gets +1/+1 for each land card in our graveyard. We can sack a forest or plains to search our library for a land card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. So the basic sort of combo with these two is that we sacrifice a land. It enters. We use Raphsteerer to untap Knight of the Reliquary. We sacrifice another land, go fetch one. It enters, untap Knight of the Reliquary, and then we do that for as many lands as we have in our deck. Now, be aware you do have to sacrifice a forest or plains, so usually the first thing we're going to sacrifice in this deck is going to be Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Now, with that, we can do a few things. In Modern, they use Sajiri Step, which is a land that gives something protection when it enters, but we don't have that here. So instead, we're going a little more convoluted route, and we're playing the Blackgate. So this is a land from the Hobbit Commander. You pay 3 life unless or it enters tapped. It adds for black, but then the second ability is what we're really after, which is 2 mana, tap it, choose a player with the most life or tied for the most life. Target creature can't be blocked by creatures that player controls. So essentially, as long as you have less life than your opponent, your Knight of the Reliquary, which at the end of the combo will probably be like a 20/20, will be unblockable that turn. Now, if you happen to have more life for some reason, as you're comboing off, you can actually pay life with our shock lands and stuff and Multiversal Passage to lower your life total by 2 each time. So hopefully you can get there. But that's sort of our main combo. We make a giant knight and then we swing. Now, there's a few versions of this deck or this shell traditionally. In our case, I went for something with a little extra value on the side. So let's kind of start with the top end and work our way back. We're also playing Titania, Protector of Argoth, which is a 5-mana 5/3. When it enters, we get to bring a land from our graveyard back to the field. Whenever a land you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you get a 5/3 elemental. So that means every time we sack a land, we get a 5/3 elemental, which we're also playing Risen Reef. So that means every time we make an elemental, we trigger Risen Reef, which whenever an elemental enters, we either put a land from the top of our deck onto the field, or if it's not a land, we put it into our hand. So it lets us sort of keep a chain going and make a bunch of 5/3 elementals and generate a lot of cards in hand. Now, these two also combo with Sylvan Safekeeper, meaning every time, if we don't even have Knight or Elfsteer, there's a chance where we sacrifice a land, we make an elemental, we trigger Risen Reef, hopefully we put a land onto the field, and then we use Sylvan Safekeeper to sacrifice it, trigger Titania, put another land on the field. If we have multiple reefs, it's usually easier to keep the chain going, but this can also make you an army of 5/3s and draw you a bunch of cards as well. Cool thing is, this whole package is tutorable off of Green Sun Zenith and can do some silly things along with that. Now, on top of that, of course, you'll notice our tutors, we're playing Green Sun Collected Company as a single Chord of Calling. Mana Dork-wise, we're playing Noble Hierarch and Lotus Cobra, which is important because this lets us power out things sort of mid-combo. Knight of the Reliquary allows lands to enter untapped, which means every time if we sacrifice and go get, a forest, we can tap that forest and then sacrifice it, so float a mana, which means we can actually build quite a bit for a large Chord of Calling or a large Green Sun Zenith, which in most cases will get you a Craterhoof Behemoth to kill right then and there. Now, Lotus Cobra is here because every time we cycle through Knight of the Reliquary, we also get to float a mana. You'll notice that in order to activate the Blackgate, we actually only have one Multiversal Passage, so Lotus Cobra comes in handy to make black mana to activate that as well. We're also playing one Nissa, which functions as Lotus Cobra, but also fetches you an elemental if you trigger multiple times, which means we can go get a Risen Reef or a Titania sort of mid-combo as well, and play that with our floated mana. Springheart Nantuko is in here. It is a 2-mana 1/1. You can bestow it. Enchanted creature just +1/+1. Landfall, you either make a 1/1 or you can pay 2 to copy the enchanted creature. this is just another good sort of value thing. We can copy Risen Reefs. We can, you know, copy Night of the Reliquaries if we need to, or just make an army of 1/1s. The cool thing about this is if you make an army with Titania, you can then sort of dig through your deck until you find a Chord of Calling, which then you can convoke your creature tokens and go find your Crater Hoof that way. And then we just have a couple utility creatures, a Grist and Endurance, findable off of those cards as well, to provide some sort of silver bullets and general power. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. I don't know if Knightfall is going to be playable in 2026, especially in Historic, but this is a pile of cards that speaks to me, and I am excited to give it a try. Sideboard-wise, got a lot of fun stuff here. Needle, a couple Dranith Magistrates, which we can combine with like Soulless Jailer to hate out Ruby Storm. We got Jennifer Walters, some Voice of Victories to help deal with counter spells best we can. A couple White Orchid Phantoms, Lavinia, Endurance as in addition to the one in the main board as Brave Hate, Force of Vigor, and Night of Autumn. This is nice because tutorable as well. But that's where we're at. Couple other utility lands here, Ghost Quarter, Waterlogged Grove, which you can kind of mess around with yourself as we go. But that is what we are going to start with, and let's give it a shot.
All right, chat. This is match 1, but it's actually match 2. But that's okay. I forgot we're playing 1 Waterlogged Grove too, which I think is a good inclusion. We'll probably lead on Grove, because I think I want to save this for a White Source, maybe? We'll see if we get Thoughtseize. I feel like we're going to die to Frog. But, you know what? That's okay. We're doing our best, chat. We're doing our best. But, I mean, beating Goblins is pretty good. They got us on turn 3 that game, but we just comboed off a Collected Company on turn 4. I also like the idea that Bushy, what's cracker-lacking? Gate is a little interesting, but even if our opponent has like less life, we can like shock ourselves all the way down between all our shock lands and get our life total below theirs for Gate to work. What's our opponent doing? We're gonna get Thoughtseized. We're gonna get Fatal Pushed. We're gonna get turn 1 Forest. Deathrite Shaman. Holy shit, chat. This man's gaming. Play a Raft Steerer. How much mana can we make next turn? 5. Ren and 6. Is this guy playing Boomer Jund? Nothing much, just coming in. Love and lurk. You know what? I love when you love and lurk too. Okay, there's a Titania. Chat, what are we feeling here? I'm kind of thinking I want to... This is a 1/1. I think we're going to Bestow. And then I think we're going to tap down the Shaman. Just trying to generate some value off of this Raft Steer. We're going to kill Ren in 6. Do we need to do anything right now? I don't think so. Maybe on his upkeep we crack this, and then we tap down his Shaman so he can't use the Vista. Am I driving a White Source here? I think I kind of want second green. We'll see if that comes back to punish us. Bushy, I hope you're doing all right. Let's see if we get pushed. We get trophied. Alright. That girl gets us our white source, so that's good. And then we can play Titania. And we can play or no, he ate our Vista. Ew. What do we cord for? A lot. Cord for 5. We can also... Well, let's see here, chat. So... we can play Titania and then cord for... Do I just want to... I think I just want to get a Risen Reef. And we're just going to try and go wide. He pings the Reef. You hate to see it. Eats that. Inti. Interesting. Into a land. Okay, opponent's running out of stuff to do. So let's throw Knight of the Reliquary. Into... I think I want to kill his... whatchamacallit. One... Alright, so we kill Ren. Smack him down. We have Knight. Which doesn't do, like... Well, it does a lot for us. We might even want to, like, bestow onto Titania. Maybe. If we find a Coco or something off the top, we are killing it. We're going to get Ren in 6th again. We find a Hallowed Fountain. Okay. So I think I just want to generate a shit ton of value. So I think I'm going to bestow on Titania. And then we're going to sack the forest to go get a Prismatic Vista. And just start making 5/3s. And then we're going to pay to make another Titania to bring back that forest. And then we just, like, generate a shit ton of value from that. So, we haven't seen any Goyfs. We do see Inti Shaman. Quite interesting. To be honest, I really like our kind of stock stuff we got going on. I think we definitely want to bring in the Pithing Needle. There's an argument for endurance here. But I'm not sure I'm the one to make it, chat. I feel like he's going to bring in Grave Hate against us, since he saw us looping lands a little bit. So I think I want to bring in one Force of Vigor and maybe like a Knight of Autumn too. We'll keep one Endurance in the main board. Let's drop a Nissa. Maybe one. Nantuko's important here. Grist is also pretty good. Maybe we'll drop a Reef. 61 cards. Send it. I'm a gamer. Pithing Needle. Yeah, we'll try this hand. Am I naming Ren in 6? I think so. Unless he turns one to Shaman. Is it more important? I'm gonna name Ren in 6. Inti. Gross. Does not discard. Let's play our Lotus Cobra. I also want to try and figure out how aggressive we want to mulligan. Because, like, our creatures have a lot of utility, but not necessarily stuff that, like, outvalues our opponent. Okay, so I'm glad we sniped that Renin 6 from him. Chittering Stall Speaker. Opponent's on some spice, guys. Okay, so he is indeed playing... Does he have a land in... He does not. That's good for us. So let's make... we can do a lot here. I think I'd rather just Knight of Autumn his Haywire Might. And keep him from getting Renin 6 back. Opponent swings. So you gonna discard? Yeah, he has second Renin 6. Okay, good for us. How silly would it be to double block here? It would be silly. We're not going to. Okay, opponent has a 6. Does he have a land? Do I just want to grist? Replays the Haywire Might. Okay. So it might be worth us... Ooh. Play second Lotus Cobra. We are dying relatively fast here. We're gonna sack the Knight and kill the 6. I don't know what's happening right now. Okay. This Inti's putting us to work here. Is there the Killmonger or whatever is ETB destroy a non-land permanent, right? He had a third Renin 6 chat? What the fuck? Dude's nuts. So we get hit for what? At least 6 here, maybe? Oh no, he's swinging at Grist. Okay. That's fine. Is he gonna discard that last card? He is. Spicy. He finds another Haywire Might. If Haywire Might's his, like, hate of choice, I don't even know if we want the Force of Vigors. To be honest. What do we got in here? Nothing crazy. Let's play a Risen Reef. Land off the top would be kind of nice, but I'll take anything. Court of Calling. I think we're dead here, chat. We're gonna have to throw something in front of the Inti. Oh no, we're dead to Renin 6 anyways, right? Pretty much. I don't really think we're coming back very well. I don't think I want Force of Vigor here. I'm gonna bring in Jennifer Walters and bring the Nissa back in. I also don't think I want Knight of Autumn. Interesting. I'm having fun, chat. This reminds me of like Kiki Chord, which hasn't been around since like 2016. Jesus. Okay, let's take them all on that one. Okay. Alright, deck. Heart of the cards. Sure. Fuck me. Do I just want to have combo in hand? I guess. We're gonna get Thoughtseize. Is he even playing Thoughtseize? We don't know. No. High Arc. Two mana, Inti. We haven't really seen a lot of other payoffs. He's not playing Luris because he has like 6 and stuff, but it doesn't really seem like his top end is that strong. Like there's a 6. I hope he just plays it. Alright, chat. Ooh, does he have the push? He might. Is he gonna play he could play second Inti. He has a fatal push, doesn't he? It's trying to hurt my feelings, chat. Interesting. Are we just going for it, boys? He probably has, like, Assassin's Trophy. That hurts. Hey, where am I? What else email? Just lands. Chat, my opponent's hurting me. Maybe we want some amount of removal in the sideboard? I don't know. Be nice if he Assassin's Trophy Walters too. But we'll just Kokoro. Haywire Might, yeah. Haywire Might, yeah. Cracks of Passage. Mountain. Nothing. Cobra. Double Raft Steerer. Kind of just twiddling our thumbs here, boys. Double Shaman. We're gonna hit for what, 6? Would I rather just get hit for 4? I think so. No, let's get hit for 3. I don't really think there's anything off the top that gets us out of here. Well, I guess a Grist, a Cradle, or a Green Sun or a Grist helps. We're still, if he plays both these Shamans, we still take 4 at least. Off the double Shaman. If 6 is his only, this just seems worse than Goyf's. We just find another Lotus Cobra. All right, chat, we got nothing. We putts around that game. All right, this is better. Chuck this back. Part of me still thinks we might want Badger Mole. Badger Mole feels like it would be solid. Trailisara Moon Dancer. Green, white, life gain. What are we playing green for? Coco? Probably. Might of the Rally Kitchen. Yeah, a lot of these are kind of like old Blink decks. Chat, we got a Stackclave Apparition. Ouch. Maybe, like I said, time and time again with previous like mid-rangey shells, if we're not doing Fractured Vindicator. Chat, I love people just doing their thing. They're doing what we're doing. They're just playing cards. And you know what? I love that for them. We have a green sun. Let's see if we can find... We don't. I was hoping we'd find a Raft Steer off of that, but we didn't. Heliod Suncrowned. Ow. Is he just gonna throw that on the Vindicator? No. He's gonna force us to block all the way around. And then we die. Oh. Why wouldn't he swing with both of these? Interesting. Chat, what is our opponent doing? We don't know anymore. Alright. I don't actually think we can win, even if we... We could kill Vindicator with Grist. That doesn't get us out of this situation, though. Wonder if it'd be worth it to also have like a colony garden or something. Let's just kill ourselves. Let's go game 2. We're not coming back. So far we're having a problem with just like opposing creatures. We're just getting ran over. I might assume that he's playing Collected Company, even though he's playing Vindicator, which is wild to me. But even then, not sold. Maybe just a single Knight of Autumn over an Endurance. At least that's a little more useful. Just playing Castle Ardenvale. I don't know. Not a good start here, chat. How did we beat a Gobbo's list, but we can't beat like an Inti? Or we can't beat a fucking Trailisara? This feels better. Maybe we just need a quicker early game, huh? We'll Knight here, because Knight at least lets us company next turn. Trailisara. More like sayonara. Am I right, chat? No. Okay. Alright, we found the land anyways. So... I fucked up, but that's okay. I should have played Cobra first because we still could have cracked, but that's okay. Chat, we're fine. Everything's fine. Leave me alone. Let's Coco. We find Grist and Sylvan Safekeeper, which are great options. But we're going to take that bad boy. Do I want to just snipe the Trailisara? I think I do. There's a chance we just get apparitioned. And let's swing 3 because we can. Honestly, if he wants to kill Grist, I think we just let him kill Grist. I think I'd rather have the Risen Reef. Well, maybe now I'm not so sure. We have Titania, though. Opponent does nothing. So we just get to kill here, right? He's at 21? Yeah. So we can float a green. Sack this. We'll go get Yavimaya. Float another green. Let's play our Lotus Cobra so we can start generating mana. Oh my god, this is going to take forever because our opponent has so many triggers. We're just going to let that one enter untapped. Let's go get Talon. Just do this while we can. And then maybe we'll play this Titania now. No, we probably don't want to play Titania. Because it's just going to give him so much stuff to do. This is very annoying to click through. How many basics do I have left? Just one? Alright, so we can get one Vista. We can tap this down. Go get our forest. Untap this. Float a white, make a green. Doesn't really matter too much what we get. How many lands do I have left, Jet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which puts us exactly to 20. He's at 23. Oh, that's not what I want to do. That's okay. What am I doing to kill? I just have to green sun for Crater Hoof, right? We have 4 creatures. What am I at? 10? Opponents. We're at 3 opponents. All right, chat. We got there. we got there in the end. It takes a lot of clicking. It's not a fast process. Jeez Louise. But that felt pretty good. If we get, like, Mana Dork into a turn 2, like, 3-drop, it feels like we're fine. So maybe we need to play some number, like, a couple birds or something. Ugh. Because, like, turn 2 Knight, turn 3 whatever is great. Lotus Trober's a good pick up there. Linden's... Ooh. Chat, we're going to survive the next turn. It's going to take us down to 11. I don't know, chat. I guess we could grist here. Is that worth it? We kill the voice. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but I think that's okay. Okay. Never mind. See, but again, if that, like... If we have a Mana Dork, this is a whole different game, right? Because our hand's just full of 3-drops. And if we played one of these on turn 2, we would have been just fine. But then he got us. Alright. We'll concede. This is a one-lander, but I believe not in the heart of the cards. Opponent, what do we think? Am I the best there ever was? No, I can't do it. This is much better. We're gonna get rid of Lotus Cobra. Okay. Chat, I'm glad we mulliganed. We made a couple tweaks, chat. We are now playing Badger Moles. We shaved Endurance in the main deck, a couple Lotus Cobras, and now we're playing 4 Badger Moles and 2 additional Birds of Paradise. Let's see if we get reprieved. Get counterspelled. This might just be straight blue-eye control, which I think I'm okay with. Bum, 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 bum. We'll swing with a single high arc and make it look like we don't have Collected Company. Maybe. We always have Collected Company, though. You guys see anything interesting? I know there's still a lot of Bilbo being played in Legacy. Let's see if we get counterspelled here. I assume we do. We get Hardcast Forced. Gotcha. Okay. Part of me might actually Ghost Quarter myself. So I want a second Nissa trigger. I feel like we're gonna get board wiped. So I'm not gonna commit the other hierarch. I'm just gonna swing for 2. That felt like a decent play. Goes toward our own stuff. If these happen to stick around, awesome. If we get board wiped, then we get board wiped. Interesting. Swing 5. Maybe we get Wandering Emperor. We just get marched. Okay. Currency. Oh, chat, we saw this build the other day. Not by this person, though. I don't know what they're doing with currency converter, but it seems bad. We're gonna play another Noble Hierarch. Is start swinging for 3. See, but now we kind of have the thing where, like, we're just drawing the wrong half of our deck. These, like, slow, tutor, like, toolbox-heavy builds feel tough. But, I mean, this is just version 1. Of course, we might jam... I'm interested in, like, another all-in kind of version where we play, like, actual creatures. Birds, like... There's some old decks that play, like... fucking Voice of Resurgence and Solid Pride Mage and... Spell Queller. Basically, like, the old, like, green-white Cocoa shells made by, like, Todd Stevens, but, like... splashing for Knight of the Reliquary and 2 the other things. Find a single grist. It's not the worst. We're gonna keep swinging for 3. Opponent can make 2/2s to start blocking us. You have a counter spell for this? He does not. We mill our Titania. Might have been worth us to play the bird there, but still just trying to hold on a little bit. Not open ourselves up to a verdict or something, but... Ooh, chat, we got 2. And Tuco goes crazy, chat. How many creatures do we have in here? 1, 2, 2, 3. Badger Mole. What's our opponent doing? So, yeah, maybe we try like a more value towny build. We get rid of like the Titania package. We get rid of... I guess we can still play Grist. There's a Green Sun Zenith. What am I Green Sun Zenith thing for? I think another Risen Reef. doing? I don't know if my opponent actually knows I'm on Knight yet. That's pretty good. That's also pretty good. I think we're gonna sack and kill this Dargon. Oh, hold on. I guess we could Zenith for a Knight and just try and combo off next turn. Again, opening ourselves up to a board wipe. Opponent decides to draw rather than block. Takes him down to 5. Interesting. We're gonna chill. Drawing again. Think he's digging for a board wipe, chat. Did he find one? Did he find one? Hey, 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 goodbye. Na, 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 na. Swing one. See what he's got. Wandering Emperor, another March. Seems like another March. Okay. Just turn Green Sun for another Risen Reef, or try to. Let's see if we can pull ahead on value. Okay. Okay. Okay, I like this, chat. We can actually just hard cast Craterhoof next turn, which is kind of funny. Shark Typhoons. All right, we win game 1 against Control. Quite spicy. I think we'll bring in the Knight and the Needle. I think I like Voices. Phantom, we saw Island. He's pretty basic blue-white control list, so whatever. And we didn't really see much in terms of anything else. So I think I kind of like what's going on here. Grist was actually quite solid that game. I actually think we might drop 2 pieces of the combo as well as a Lotus and a Nantuko. And just run it back like that. We'll see how that goes. Oh, have I updated? What are we, chat? We won Goblins, and then we lost against Jund, and we lost against Life Gain. You know what? I don't hate it. Let's try it. We'll see if we get punished. Oh my god, never punished, chat. Never punished. Unless turn 1 fragment. Yeah, okay. A little punished, chat. Little punished. Not that punished, but a little. This is going quite well, I think. Tamio. Can you imagine, chat, can you imagine if we get Dryad Arbor one day? It'll never happen, but just in your brain, just imagine. Just imagine if it did. Ooh, you think he'll Field of Ruin my Yavimaya? No, he just plays a converter. Ooh, and he plays a standstill. I liked that. Chat, I think I'm just gonna Coco anyways. Through the standstill. You think he has a force? Probably. No, he doesn't. I love this. Bum, 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 bum. So what am I getting if I can? I have to go get a safekeeper. If they survive the turn, we get a safekeeper and then we combo out next turn. Praven! Okay. I'll take that. We also have two Zeniths, so we have a chance to get both safekeepers. Or we can fire off 2 to try and get a safekeeper. Praven, what's crack-a-lackin'? Praven, we're playing Knightfall in 2026. Are you excited? Our record's not great. But if we win this one, we'll be 2-2. Alright. Opponent. Ooh. 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 Alright. Can I do this, opponent? Can I? Let me do it, you little freak. Nice. Chat, he fell for the ruse. Chat, he fell for the ruse. What is Knightfall? MTG James Bond? If you remember Retreat to Coral Helm, which is a 3-mana enchantment, well, we're going to do it right now. Elven Rafsteer is basically a creature version. So what you do is you play this guy, and every time a land enters, it untaps. So we get to untap Knight of the Reliquary. And then we can tap all these for mana. And then we can just keep getting lands out of our deck until Knight of the Reliquary is really, really big. And then, oh, that's funny. I forgot Multiversal Passage overrides, whatchamacallit. So now we're going to make our Knight of the Reliquary unblockable by creatures our opponent controls. And now we're just going to keep... This is 1 murder away from depression. No, we have Sylvan Safekeeper to give our Knight of the Reliquary Shroud. We have protection. Big brain. I got a huge brain, Praven. Yeah. Sacrifice a land, target creature gains Shroud till end of turn, baby. You don't think I prepared for that? We're still gonna get blown out by something, which is gonna be really funny. But I like that we at least get to do the thing. Yeah! we just 2-0 blue-white control. That's funny. All right, chat. As much as I like the cards in this hand, I'm not a fan of... Okay, I like this better. Kind of. It's a little awkward, but I think that's okay. We have Yavimaya, so we're cool. We're cool kids. Yeah, they did ban it pretty quick. I remember logging in later that afternoon. I was like, oh shit, free cards. Can you guys tell I'm shaking my leg when I do this? I feel like you can. Didn't get the free 1 rain, so I said I was get the free cards, but what's EC? Yeah. Do you guys call it WOTC? I like to call it WOTC. Is that weird? WOTC? Watsy? You say Watsy? Like Yahtzee? Yahtzee! Hello. What is happening? Chat, what does it mean if our opponent has all this stuff? Oh, God, chat. Oh, my God. Look at the dorks. Look at the mana. Would it be funny if I did nothing? Okay. Let's just Coco right away. See what we get. I like all of that. Should we just play Knight next turn? Probably. Well, I feel like we're gonna get like Ugin. Hardened Bonds? What is happening? Chat, what is... Okay. I'm a little scared. You think we're gonna get Ugin? I don't want to get Ugin, chat. Try to play a few days. People play so slow. Yes, I've noticed that the past like week, everyone's slow. Hobbit's been fun so far. We played Eldrazi in a barrel on Tuesday. I don't know if you were here for that. All right, opponent. What you got for me, baby boy? Chat, we're going for it. We're going for the combo. We're going for the combo. Yeah, I at least thought maybe they would like do something fun and like unnerf a couple things, maybe. I'm gonna throw a collected company down because I can. And we love value. Could my opponent have anything at instant speed here? I don't think so. We can go get a water, whatever, cove. And draw a card. Just to see. I don't know. We might get something good. Badgermole is pretty good. Also lets us get another land drop. Alright, and then we keep going, and then it's unblockable, and we kill our opponent. Okay. Good start, chat. What is my opponent doing? It's a lot of ramp, plus Castle Garen Bridge. So maybe he's like a weird Ouroboros build? Ramping, like, ley lines, Nykthos, Hardened Bond to find more creatures. Do I want, like, one Force and a Knight? And then maybe like a Lavinia. I think. Maybe drop an Antuco, drop a Cobra, drop a safe. Let's keep a safekeeper in. Drop a Seer. I don't know. We'll see what our opponent. Guess the format is balanced, just kind of boring. Yeah, it's all mid-range slop. Which is kind of why this deck's not good. Well, at least there's like 2 mid-range decks, I guess. That's a good draw. Like, at least we have Blue-Black Frog and Jund Goyfs. Whereas Modern literally just has, like, Boros. Frog. At least, yeah, Rest in Peace can shut down a Goyf deck and you're, like, good to go. But, what do I want to do here? I think I just want to play a Raft Steerer. Because then we can at least generate some extra mana off the Noble Hierarch. To play, like, Risen Reef plus Bird. Or maybe something else that we draw. Abrupt Decay. Okay. Interesting. Stone Coil. Chat. This is nothing that we saw in the first game. Nothing at all. Alright. Let's play our Risen Reef. That's a good draw. Play our bird. Is he Hardened Bond plus Hardened Scales in the same deck? No, he's playing Michelangelo Weirdness to 11. Cracked a token, throw down a Stone Coil. Goes up to a 3/3. He seeks another creature. You think you want block? What block? All right, chat. We're learning a lot from our opponent right now. Double Badger Mole Cub. Yeah. 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 Let's blow up a Stone Coil Serpent. We're not really doing anything. Which is kind of what happened a couple games ago, where we just twiddle our thumbs. We drew all the ramp and none of the payoff. 6 mana into what? 5 mana Stone Coil Serpent. Hoping that he draws into a second creature that he can play. Which he could. Nice. What was this split into? Let's just take it. We're gonna die if we don't find anything off the top anyways. Green Sun Zenith. For what? Eight? We just get a Crater Hoof? That was a good top deck. We're swinging for 1830 something. He can't block. Or even if he does block, he's still dead. Trying drafting a local shop, but kind of hate drafting. On the power would be kind of cool. You know what? I also do not enjoy limited. Sealed and or drafting is just not fun. Chat, was that? Oh. Oh no, that was game 2. Okay. Let's give like a weird hand like this a shot. It's a very odd hand. Okay. What does Witch Bless Meadow on 1 mean? I don't know. The one I went to was kind of racist and their dog scared me. I'm sorry, Braven. It would be funny to blow up the creature he targets right now, right? But I think I'd rather just Coco. I think Cocoing's more impressive. Alright, so now we got combo on board. So unless he has removal, he dies. But we'll see if that actually works. It's a little awkward that we had to passage on blue, but we should be okay. Opponent has Birthing Ritual into double Birthing Ritual. Chat, watch us get comboed out randomly. I don't think it matters, actually. Oh. Chat, he found something to hate on us. Do you have another one? Looks like he's got another one. Double Skyclave, chat? Fucking kill me. I have another Coco, though, so it's okay. Risen Reef? Hell yeah! Of course he hits double Skyclave. I guess we could have waited to do shit on his turn, but I just wanted to force it. Ranger Captain of Eos. Getting what 1-drop? A guide? Yeah. This is interesting. We never see just like traditional green-white ritual. Misses on the first one and misses on the second one. That's interesting. We have how much mana? We have 6. Might just be worth it to get a grist here. What am I sacking? The knight? I think so. Or am I killing the Skyclave? No, I'm killing the knight. We'll swing 3. Alright, we still have a cord, which can go get us like titanium. Do we have a land in the yard? No. He has Guide Pride, which I think is fine. We're gonna block there. Ba-ba-da-do, ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-da. Decent pickup. I mean, we could plus mill, play this chord for 5, get Titania. Swing. We also have enough to just slam Craterhoof. So he has 3, 6. He has 10 power to block with. And all our stuff's gonna get plus 20. Total. Plus an additional 8, 9. So we swing for 28. Or no, plus the Craterhoof, right? So he's swing for... Nice. Go off, King. Interesting. Let's bring the force in. Let's bring the knight in. I don't hate Lavinia if he's playing early ramp. Did we see a mana dork? No, we only saw Badger Mole. Ouroboros, Skyclave. Alright, let's just bring in a force and a knight. Go down a knight and a raft. See how that goes. No one drop kind of sucks. Obviously, if we find our third land, it gets better, but Jesus. All right, we gotta try this. Not great, Jet. Got better. What's the go-to karaoke song? Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. What's your go-to karaoke song? And why are we talking about karaoke? We're gonna sack this into a mole? No, into a White Orchid Phantom. Interesting. Bright Glass Deerhawk, you got it, Super Chief. It's probably more important for me to snipe the ritual here, right? I would say. Clarion Conqueror. It's kind of spicy. Turns off my... Or no, it doesn't turn off Blackgate. Turns off our night combo, though. Yeah, I don't think we're coming back from this one. Ball to 5 was rough. I wonder if we just... Well... Yeah, he played too many basics. We need a better way to get rid of Ritual earlier. Never heard of that? Company is starting a picnic. You don't know Ain't No Rest for the Wicked? Ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't blow on tree. I don't know how to say your name. S4isle? Say Sail? Am I stupid? Don't yell at me, please. But, hi, yes. I'm Plum. Welcome to the stream. Chat, we're having a rough go today. The shuffler's not being nice to us, but that's okay. We also have the other version of this kind of deck with white of the Reliquary. Guide of Souls. You got it, Super Chief. Do I want to expose my Blackgate right off the rip? I don't... yeah, I think I do. I don't think it matters too much. I'll target this. Because that way we can play Lotus Cobra next turn and then Prismatic Vista. Or, I don't know. We'll see what we want to do. We might just Coco. But yeah, welcome to stream. I'm Plum from mtgjanktank.com. I write mtgazone.com's Fun and Jank series. And I just stream all the brews we make. Am I just Cocoing here? I think I have to, right? We could have got some extra value, but let's just go for a Coco. I ain't worried about it, chat. What do we got? Grist and Raft Steerer sound great. I think I would like to get rid of Badgermole Cub here. Sounds good to me. And I'm just gonna chill for a turn. Don't ask if the streamer streams it well. I don't. This is a hobby. I am not a big stream guy. The fanciest thing I did was make this nice little overlay. I don't even think people use overlays for Magic. It just shows you less of the game. But I was really proud of it, so. Alright, opponent finds an Ocelot Pride. We find that, which is hot. What do we want to do? Let's start by milling and see where that gets us. Mill a Green Sun. Let's play a Risen Reef. That's not a land. That's not a land, chat. If you type ! decks, you can see all the decks we play and brew on stream. We're over... They're pretty much all historic. But there's about 600 of them on my Mox field. Opponent swinging. He's going to kill our Grist. Because he hates me and wants me to die. He loves to see me suffer. God, Guide Pride's such a good wombo combo, chat. Do you have we have a nerfed Ocelot Pride, and it's still gross. Pride is 1 mana in real life, and that just disgusts me. Sacks a 0 to get a 1-drop? Yeah. Alright, so let's go. We can Cobra first. Play this untapped, make it blue. I don't know what we're tapping. We're doing something there. Let's make it blue. Let's play our second Risen Reef. Get a lot of value. Oh my god, chat, we found another Risen Reef. And then nothing else. Pass back. We're at 13. Opponent gets to, if he plays a creature, he gets to double Pride in the air. He took our Raft Steerer into a second ritual. Yeah, we're just getting out value, chat. I don't have a clean enough answer to these rituals to stop him from getting value. And this is the second time where we've had a problem against opposing creature shells. Inti and Jund was tough. And now these prides are just taking over the game. So maybe... Well, we'll talk about it after this game. For those of you who are joining us, we brew up a deck, and then we kind of take it through like an MTGO style league where we play 5 matches of best of 3 just to get a feel for it. And then we play different decks, we talk about them, and yeah, we're just brewing Hobbit stuff this week. So far, this deck's kind of right down the middle. It's not insane, but it's not doing bad. We're probably going to lose this game, which puts us at a 3-3 record. We did end up beating Blue-White Control 2-0, which was hilarious. Alright. Chat, this Risen Reef's really going to do it for us. I have a feeling. Nope. Okay, never mind. Alright, chat. Okie dokie, artichoke. Oh my god. Oh, whoops. I'm on the wrong thing, chat. It's not my turn. Not my turn, boys. I mean, I have a flyer. And we can make another flyer. But we're dead. We're just dead. We're gonna let our opponent swing at us until we die. Is it actually possible for me to win right now? No. Is it actually possibly winnable in general? Also, no. No, we play the Blackgate. The Blackgate. This is like my super secret tech. Choose a player with a life total or tied for the most life. Target creature you control can't be blocked by creatures they control this turn. So, as long as our opponent has a higher life total than us, our Knight of the Reliquary is unblockable. It's like a Sajiri step, but really bad. But it's how we combo through. So, like I said, 3-3 record, nothing crazy. Right down the middle. It can do some crazy things. This build is more like a utility kind of style, more similar to like the old Tiki Core decks, where we're like tutoring for all our stuff, but we're also playing some extra Hubaloo with like Springheart Nantuko, Grist, Nissa, and then obviously we have like the Titania Risen Reef combo with Sylvan Safekeeper and stuff. This combo itself feels pretty good, especially when you hit it off Coco. And we cut some of the Nantukos for Cubs, and then we cut some Lotus Cobras in the Endurance for some additional mana dorks at the front end here. But I think against like creature decks, we're not quite fast enough, and against like the mid-range stuff, we're just getting eaten alive by removal. which makes me want to feel like we want to kind of just clean it up and go leaner into the combo and like focus on like safekeepers and stuff. I mean, I was looking at older builds were more so just a Coco deck, but I guess they didn't have access to Green Sun at the time. I was looking at some like old Modern shells when this was first a combo back then, but they played like Spell Queller, Voice of Resurgence, Scavenging Ooze, which some of those cards are good, but probably not enough in Historic either. So I'm not exactly sure what direction I want to take it, but I do think we need some better form of interaction in the main deck. So I like Grist came in useful quite a lot, but maybe some number of like maybe some number of Skyclaves. Kind of sucks that it can't be like Green Sunned. There is what we were just talking about. What Killmonger is a new tutorable green creature that blows up a permanent. When it enters, you may sack. So, like, this could also be relevant. I don't really like playing more 4-drops. I have to sneeze. Thank you for holding. There's also, what, Thief? Well, Thief of Existence is non-creatures, right? Actually, target non-creature, non-land permanent. So maybe Skyclave is our best option. But besides that, I did really enjoy... We killed with Craterhoof a lot. I mean, obviously we killed with the Blackgate too, but we mainly just nailed people with these two cards. So I think we just end up cutting Risen Reef. We cut like the Titania package altogether. I think we still want Safekeepers though, just as tutorable protection for the combo. But I think this might just be too slow. It's a nice grindy engine, but we don't need it. It's not good enough in Historic against all the other one card engines like Frog and stuff. So that's probably the direction we'll take it in the future. I like this first version a lot. It's super fun. It's annoying to click through on Arena, but I think it's a good jumping off point. But we'll have to tidy up some numbers, and I definitely want to work sideboard wise too. But that is the first round of Knightfall. For those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one.